Christy, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to show you how I done these rainbow eyebrows, or RAINBROWS. I think these colourful brows would be really cool for a festival, or for Pride, or for a Tuesday. And they're dead easy to do. I feel like anybody can do these brows. They're so easy. I was really inspired to do these rainbow eyebrows when I seen James Charles post a picture on his Instagram of some rainbows that he had done himself, and I thought they were so cool that I had to try them out for myself. In the caption of his Instagram post, he says that he had been really inspired by another makeup artist rainbow eyebrows, so I will put her Instagram on the screen because I am not attempting to say her name because my Scottish accent will absolutely butcher it. Anyway, let's go. Today I'm going to be using the Morphe and James Charles Artistry palette to create this colourful eyebrow situation that we have going on here. You can use any eyeshadow palette that you have at home. I would recommend using a palette that you know has got really good colour payoff and the shadows are very well pigmented, so that the colour shows up on your brow. So as you can see, I have very light eyebrows. This is my brow here with no product on it at all. I actually have a tint right now, so my natural brows are a lot lighter than this. They are very non-existent. The lighter your brows are, the more easily the pigment is going to show up. If you have very dark brows, you might want to lighten them up. If you're very dedicated to having rainbow brows, you can bleach your eyebrows, but that's a bit drastic. I would recommend maybe like blocking the colour out with like a concealer or an eyeshadow. You can get white mascaras out there. You could also use like a white eyeshadow base just to kind of go over your brows and lighten them up a little bit. Another alternative would be to use a product such as a liquid lipstick to actually do the colour instead of an eyeshadow. That way the colour may show up a lot more vibrant. To do my brows, I'm going to be using a little angled brush like this. This one is quite tiny, like that is it next to my pinky finger. It is a very small brush. If you're curious, I got this tiny little angled brush in a nail art brush set on Amazon. It was literally so cheap, and I think I got like loads of these tiny little brushes, little dotting tools, and very fine tip brushes. Very cheap. I have a baby wipe here just so that I can wipe my brush in between colours that I'm using. Also, wetting my brush a tiny little bit just before I actually go in with the colour is going to help the pigment show up a little bit more rather than going in completely dry. Anyway, that is enough talking from me. So with my little angled brush that I have dampened on my baby wipe, I'm dipping into the red shade in that James Charles palette there, and I am just going to start mapping my brows out at the front and trying to make it similar to this one. If you do your brows before you do your base, then you'll be able to like carve it out so you don't have to be so neat, and it doesn't really matter if you make mistakes. I would recommend that if you're not used to filling your brows in, or you just feel like you might make a mistake. I feel like I might make a mistake every day in my life, but I can't do my brows before my foundation because then I'll just mess my brows up. I don't know how people manage to do that, but I cannot. Okay, and I'm wiping off my brush again. Now I have that roughly placed where I want to be, and I'm then going into the yellow shade in the palette and mapping out where I want the yellow to be. Again, wiping off my brush and then going into the pink shade in the palette. These are not going to be even with each other. And again, wiping off my brush, going in with the green shade, mapping out where I want that to be. Wiping off my brush again and going in with the purple just to fill in this little tail end here. I don't know why, but I feel like I had a lot more space on this brow for more colour. I don't know why this brow is so short. Again, wiping off my brush, and then I'm turning my angled brush on its side so that I can start to fill in little hair like strokes at the front with that red shade. I kind of get this as like hair like strokey as possible. I'm putting the most pressure when I first put my brush down and then like flicking up the way. I have not done these even in the slightest, have I? This would obviously be a lot easier if you're doing them both at the same time and like mapping them out evenly. If I wasn't filming, that's what I would have done. I would have put the red here, the yellow, and done it that way, and that would have been a whole lot easier, but I like to make things complicated for myself. Same thing with the yellow. With a colour like yellow, you might have to go over it like a couple of times to get the pigment to show up properly. Every time I'm going in with it, I'm just shit. I'm crying. Every time I'm dipping into that yellow shade, just before I'm wiping my brush off on my baby wipe again, just to get it a little bit damp. Like I said, just to pick up a little bit more of that pigment. Okay, once I've laid down roughly where I want those colours to be, I'm just going back and once again doing the exact same thing and intensifying all these colours. So literally just going over it for a second time, just like what I'd done a wee minute ago. And then I'm cleaning that little brush, then I'm drying it, not going in damp this time and not going in with any product. And where each colour meets each colour, I'm kind of running that up the centre and kind of like dragging out the way, just so that they blend together a wee bit more seamlessly than what they are. And if you need like a tiny little bit of help with this, and with a dry brush, like say for instance, like I feel like the line between this red and yellow is too harsh, my brush is dry, I've just dipped into the red a little bit, patting off any excess on the back of my hand so that I'm not going in with too much product. And then very lightly just going over where that line is, just to soften it up a tiny little bit. And I just feel like that looks a little bit better. Same like with this one, I'm just going to go in with the yellow and try and pull it into the pink a little bit. And then in with the pink and try and blend the line a little bit again. So it's just like a little bit softer. Okay, that's looking good so far, apart from the fact that my brows are two completely different shapes. Hold on, I'm going to try and amend that. I'm just going to try and bring the red up a tiny wee bit more. Honestly, my brows are two completely different shapes anyway, but like that's, like I'm doing this. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Also, if you are looking for like a really good inexpensive eyeshadow palette with a lot of colours in it, a really good one to look at is maybe like the Coastal Scents palettes. Very affordable, really good quality for the price as well, and I highly recommend them. I'm just using my James Charles and Morphe palette. I just feel like the quality in this is very, very, very good, but this palette was like £45 or something like that. You'll get a Coastal Scents one for maybe like 20 and probably get like double or triple the colours in it. I have the 262 palette, which has 262 shades in it, and it's a great palette. That one unfortunately has been discontinued, but they do have other alternatives, so Coastal Scents is a really good option if you're looking for an inexpensive colour eyeshadow palette. I also just feel like they're really good starter palettes for someone who's wanting to experiment with colour, doesn't really know what kind of palette to splurge on, and just is looking for a palette to kind of play about with. I think they're great for that. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my spoolie and brush these guys into place. So I like my brows to kind of go up at the front, and then I'm just combing them a little bit neater at the end. If I had a clear brow gel, this is the stage where I would go in with that, but I do not have a clear brow gel, so I have this little bottle of lip coat here. This is actually like something that you put over your lipstick to keep it on all day, and it sucks every bit of moisture out of your lips. So I wouldn't recommend using it on your brows all the time, just because it's all I have handy to me right now. I am going to put it on because I want something to hold my brows in place and keep them on, and this is going to do the job. However, if you were to do this all the time, it would really dry your brow hairs out and really dry your skin out. I wouldn't recommend using it, but it's what I'm going to use. You do you. Just get a fucking clear brow gel, man. Yeah, and I'm just going to put this on my brows. This is actually how I used to keep my brows in place in the olden days. Okay, I'm going to very lightly just go in and spoolie them again, because they're looking a little bit crispy with that lip coat on. And once again, I'm just very lightly going to go back over the colours again. And this will just help to intensify that brow further. And that is the finished brows. I hope you like them. So that is the end of the video. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos from me, please do subscribe. Or you'll get 7 years bad luck if you don't, and many, many terrible things will happen to you. But if you do subscribe, then the bad things won't happen to you as often. But bad things will always happen to you, because unfortunately that's life. Anyway, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!